Hey guys, what's up, what's happening? You got the King of Games 98 here at your service. How you doing? Hope y'all are doing good and staying safe. Well, this is going to be a very odd type of video, but I found it so funny that I wanted to share it with you guys. I just felt like I needed to share it with you guys. So, Thursday of last week, July 4th, me and my dad went to a local flea market. I found and bought this Star Wars book, prequel era Star Wars book, an original by Del Rey and Ballantine Books called Star Wars Cloak of Deception. Love the name of it. And it's by the legendary James Luceno, who famously wrote the Star Wars Darth Plagueis book. I think he wrote the Rule of Two book, and I think he did a couple Grand Admiral Thrawn books, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and I know he also did the Star Wars Episode 3 Labyrinth of Evil prequel to the movie book, which is also very good. And so I found this sitting on this vendor's table, and I picked it up and asked her how much, and she said $1. And I flipped through it, and there was some water damage in like the front spine and back spine, but other than that, the pages were fine. No rips, tears, writing. So I was like, okay, for $1, I'll pick it up. But I noticed something was sticking out of the book, and I looked at it after buying it, and it was this paper. Actually, two papers. Composition number 5. So when I first looked at these two pieces of paper, and you can tell that they were originally left in this book because where the watermark stain damage is, it is also in the same spot in that paper and that one. Now, what's interesting to look at is this paper is left blank and was not written on or filled out. However, this one, on the other hand, tells a different story. And while the front is not filled out, the back is filled out. Now, at first glance, I thought this was like a summer reading worksheet, but I don't think it is because the due date on the worksheet says due Tuesday of October 15th. So this probably would have been given out, I guess, in the beginning of the school semester in September. Now, this student wrote their name on this paper. I do not wish, out of respect to this guy, I do not wish to show his full name, so I will just show his first name. Scott. And this is what Scott wrote without showing. Okay. Now, the handwriting is a little hard to read, but I think you guys get the gist of it. So it says, my book is Star Wars Cloak of Deception by James Luceno. There are a lot of conflicts. One conflict is when Captain, I don't know what that says, and his girlfriend are retiring from a terrorist group, but Captain Coble, maybe, has a hard time deciding if he wants to or not. Man versus self. Nice. When Obi-Wan is fighting battle droids are trying to kill Chancellor Valorum. Man versus machine. Okay. Captain Cole finds... What is that word? Yeah, I don't know what that says. And they have a blaster fight to the death. Man versus Man? I think that's what that says. Okay. So then he writes start over. And he writes, one conflict is when Captain Cole and Rella are retiring from the Nebula front and Cole is having an internal conflict. He can't decide if he wants to retire or not. He wants to stay in the clan, but Rella left him. He stayed there with the clan without Rella, man versus self. Droids started firing on Senate members as they were killing people. Obi-Wan jumped in and started slashing them up. This is an external conflict. Obi-Wan told the Trade Federation to shut them off, and they did. Man versus machine. Guys, I love this. I absolutely just love this, and I thought this was really funny and worth sharing. Scott's worksheet about the book Star Wars Cloak of Deception. Now, what's interesting is this copy of Cloak of Deception is a hardback. I don't know if it's a first edition. It very well could be. And what's crazier is, where's the copyright date on this? This is like from... So it says first edition June of 2001, and then it says copyright 2001 by Lucasfilm. So this book is from 2001, which would make sense because it takes place in the prequel era. The prequels came out in the late 90s to early mid 2000s, so this would line up pretty good. Now, do I know anything about this book other than the author James Luceno? No. However, it looks really good, and for $1, I could not say no to this because, look, the pages look absolutely fine. However, just the front and the back, I guess, were exposed to some sort of liquid and have water damage. That's fine, you know. The freaking, the cover is there, you know. However, I did look at it when taking it off. And, like, some of the wording started to, I guess, due to the water damage. But for $1, it's like, it just seemed worth it to me, you know. So, okay. So, I thought that was funny and worth sharing with you guys. Let me know what y'all think. I would love to hear Star Wars Theory's input on this. I would love to hear what he had to think of Scott's review of Star Wars Cloak of Deception. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and take care.